style, auto-generated by YouTube from the channel of Joseph, Cackless. I hope that I am pronouncing that correctly. Heck, I didn't even know that YouTube could do that. Mashing up two songs of differing styles together. My, what they won't think up next. So, the morning news for today. The defense of Fenmire succeeded against the oncoming Terminid swarm with just enough volleyball at the net to keep things interesting. To quote one of my channel's commenters, "Man, if only Skyrim had anti-tank cannons, this would be easy." And so it is. The AT comfy chair is the path to the death of many beings that democracy would consider unnatural. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a non-voter. In other news, my rivals on Super from the Ministry of Truth, Strum and News, are ever slow to the punch. They have announced that Titan-class Terminids have been spotted on Oshaune bearing resemblance to GW1 era Hive Lords, previously confirmed to have been extinct. First, no, you think? Second, these are not like GW1 era lords. They are not even close, because these things are significantly larger. Seen on screen on my channel right now is a recording of 4 Helldivers in the First Galactic War doing battle with a Hive Lord dubbed Monarchus the Monstrous. As you can see, this thing is 15 meters tall, 20 tops at full extension from the terrain. In the next image is a GW2 era lord, which is several hundred meters tall, and estimates weigh in that it is between 100,000 and 200,000 tons of pure alien bad attitude. Not really comparable, are they? Those of you listening on WFAR will just have to settle for my eloquent narration, stellar though my sultry tones may be. The Gloom has made this previously extinct alien lifeform an order of magnitude larger than it used to be, with a multiplicative boost to lethality. I'm gonna be completely honest here. After studying the creatures of Galatea 37, I think that they would look at such a creature as an apex predator at the top of its game, and I am being told there are a lot of them on Oshaune. Speaking of Oshaune, practically no progress has been made on cleansing its surface of Terminids. From what I can tell, all our labors have accomplished is neutralizing a fraction of a percent of its total occupancy, and because of the movements of the Hive Lords, the rest of the swarm is now aware that they are under attack, so things are probably just gonna get worse. Which is bad news bears for all the Helldivers on the ground right now. We are seeing significant problems with the collection of samples, namely that our valiant Caped Crusaders keep on getting torn into bags of shredded cheese before they can extract with them. Between the literal fire-breathing dragons falling out of the sky, gargantuan Hive Lords exploding off from underneath every zip code under the sun, and the rupture strain just being unfair, we are having a really difficult time of things. Though here's a winning tactic that just crossed my desk, divers, relayed to me by my good personal friend, Illuminat. Apparently dropping supply pods on Hive Lords not only inflicts damage, but if you manage to get the pod into the beast's mouth, the tracking icon will now move with the Hive Lord. Now you have the ability to track it when it submerges beneath the terrain. Possibly useful knowledge for you big game hunters out there. In regards to Arrowhead R&D developments, there is good news and there is bad news. The good news is that thanks to the new inclusion of the ODST division, I have read reports that there are more hands and resources to help with that mountain of technical debt that the Liberation Fleet has accumulated, which is good. We can actually start to see some real improvements to battlefield performance before too much longer. The bad news is that there's an awful lot of rumors and hearsay and scuttlebutt of a possible reversion to the new Coyote assault rifle, replacing parts of its machinery and ammunition to reduce production costs, but also reducing its effectiveness in the field. While you might end up saving the Ministry of Prosperity some spare change, my research and development friends, I would highly advise against that. Nothing enrages the Liberation Fleet more than a weapon nerf. And they're already kind of stretched out. Now is seriously not a good time. I know that you guys rarely ever see these super done anymore, especially with that northern winter creeping in, but really read the room. Every day I hear about a Helldiver whose post-traumatic stress gets the better of them and they just completely crash out. It is not good. As for me, I made good on my promise that I mentioned in the biggest little note ever on the bug front and have left the galactic sphere as you all know it. I'm still keeping an eye on things, but between the acid swamps, radioactive deserts, and, sentient metal of Galatea 37, I'm starting to wonder if you all got the better deal. That's been Liberty's latest with me, Pondera the Radio Angel. We are far enough behind in regards to the Mature Order that it's starting to look like a wash, fam. No Bavarian pretzels from the zoo for us this time. Truth be told, our enemies have escalated, so, why haven't we? The solo silo is a good start, but against 200,000-ton alien death machines, we are gonna need something with a little bit more oomph. Or possibly another 60-day reworking of our toolkit. So, how about it, Ministry of Science? Do you happen to have something good in the works for us? I sure hope so. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for super Earth.